Have you visited this market?
Yep.
This is el mercado 10 de agosto.
Sí.
Okay. This is one of our marketplaces in the historic center, Mercado 10 de Agosto, where in the interior you have fruits, vegetables. My favorite section, have you been to the medicinal plant section on top?
No.
Let's take a peek. Here we have the famous hornado, the oven roasted pig with the yapingachos. You have a section where you could have almuerzos, juices, sandwiches, healthy drinks, and the medicinal plant section is right over here. This is the section here. Now this is amazing. We were speaking about plants and their medicinal properties. A lot of people now are once again focusing on these natural treatments to cure you from different illnesses or alleviate your illnesses. If you're not feeling good, you walk down this and you speak to one of the ladies and you ask her, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. She'll pull out some plants and it'll alleviate you. See, now in these markets, on Tuesdays and on Fridays, in the bottom section, they moved it up to the second floor because they're restoring the elevator. But they do limpias. Limpias, they take a different bunch of herbs that have medicinal properties and they wipe you down. When they were doing the restoration of this plaza, they left this space open because this is a street from the early 19th century. So this is so we can see how this space was. And they left it open so people come down, pop a squat, sit down. But what always made this plaza famous was we had the native weavers from Otavalo. They will be selling their textiles as you see them here. Now when the restoration, now they've opened up the public space and they have the weavers here. They have some of the weavers inside there, and the street in front of San Francisco, they have the Otavaleños there with their spots also. Because before, all this was full of vendors. Okay. But it wasn't organized. See, they have this section of clothes here also today because they're giving other people an opportunity, because before it was all Otavaleños. Okay. And there's some families who lost their possibility because in that market they used to also sell pots and pans and appliances and all different type of different products. But now those products are not here. It's just the clothes, the Otavaleños. Look at that beautiful view. That scent?
I do.
That's Palo Santo.
Okay.
It's a wood that comes from the coastal area. When you light that up in your house, that also wards off the negative energy. Oh wow, look at this. Oh. Wow, 15.
My wife would love that. That's beautiful. Hermosa. Una así en el mercado sale rara a la vez porque solo chiquis le venden.
Sí. Déjame tomarle una foto para traerle a mi mujer. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
You don't normally you don't
My
find
wife
one
would
that
love
big.
that.
This is the trumpet flower, Brumancia, but they have
Poison, yeah?
well, actually, they from the seed, they get escapolomina. Scapolomina is like a liquid that they put on a paper, and you touch that paper, then they tell you go to the bank, take out your money, and then you don't even realize that happened. Señor Roberto! They're looking for us. They're like, where are they? Where'd they go? They disappeared on us. Now, Señor Robert, here in this plaza, Plaza de las Flores, one of the amazing things is the location. Located in front of the church, Carmen de la Asunción, and over on this end we find the entrance to the convent. It's a Carmelite cloister order that has been here in Cuenca since 1682.
Wow.
At the present moment, there's 19 nuns, cloister nuns inside. The nuns also, they bake jams, they prepare curative lotions. So if you want to get something, or if you want to have a mass said for you, you go inside, you ring like a little traditional bell, and they have a revolving door. So you talk through there, but you can never see them.
Right.
You put the money first, and then you get your product.
Okay. Can't trust a nun, who can you say?
And I've seen a few people like there.
See,
What
that's
does that represent?
That's Palo Santo. Palo Santo comes from a tree from the coastal area, from a dry area. But the Palo Santo, when you light that up, it wards off the negative energy.
Okay.
It's like an incense.
Right.
It smells nice.
The stained glass I mentioned.
Right.
If you look at this gentleman here, he was a Cuencano. He became a priest. He lived right down the block. I'm going to show you his home a little later where he was born and where he grew up. Hermano Miguel is from the early 19th century.
Wow.
But he did a great deal for the education, which is why you see the children reading books written by Hermano Miguel.
Okay.
On this side we have St. Joseph, and this is one of the largest nativity scenes that they create here in Cuenca for Christmas time.
We were wondering where
See?
they were hiding them.
See, bowing down to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Well, the first time that I walked into this cathedral, I was impacted because of the size, the magnitude. The Sacred Heart of Mary, she has dark indigenous-like features.
Yeah.
And I mentioned to you Cañaris and Incas.
Yeah.
The Cañaris used to worship the moon. The Incas used to worship the sun. So look how within the Roman Catholic Church you have an Inca sun and a Cañari moon. So for it's that synchronization.
Yeah, inclusive.
See. And I love this perspective here.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
beautiful, yeah.
That's one of Guillermo Larrazabal's masterpieces.
I'll say, yeah, that is stunning.
See.
Huh.
Yeah, so all the stained glass in here is
No, not all. A few of the pieces.
built. Who did the actual work? Was it slaves or
No, it was
faithful or?
no. The first stone that was started for this was in 1886. It wasn't inaugurated, but throughout that time period, it created jobs for many families.
Okay. So
For
it
many,
wasn't-
because for many years, it took, imagine, from 1886 to 1967 when it was inaugurated, because it was never complete. I'm going to show you later why it wasn't complete.
There's como like La Familia Sangria in where did we see the Barcelona?
Yeah.
Thing.
German architect priest you hear me talk about so much.
Yeah.
I like to mention him because it's important. He's part of our history.
Yeah.
Every day. out of it. For $2, I'm going to show you where, but you can go walk up to the tower.
Yeah.
To the top.
That's a doozy, yeah.
That's a big duck. From this perspective, if you look at top, they put a bronze monument of Santa Ana. When they were putting this part of the structure, it cracked. You see the crack right above the rosatone? So with that excessive weight, when it cracked, they feared that if they concluded with the towers going up, with the dome and the bells, it might collapse. So they left it as is. This is La Plaza Mayor. Today everybody knows this as El Parque Calderón.
Okay.
But from here we can see architecture from different periods of time, going back from the 16th century all the way down to the late 19th, mid 20th century. Like we see this beautiful building here. Oh, this is the heart. Look at that, you're right in the heart and it's so peaceful. Yeah, Cuenca has a towny feel.
Yes. Yes.
You know, look, Cuenca is a charming city.
I don't think we've been here yet.
Yes. But at this last battle in 1822, when we gain our complete independence, we become part of Simón Bolívar's great dream to have all these Spanish colonies united as one, which is why we have the Gran Colombia. So we were part of the Gran Colombia from 1822 until 1830, when the Gran Colombia dissolves and we became an independent country. La República del Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, Bolivia, Panama was also part of that. Now, just before it dissolved in 1829, there was a Cuencano marshal. He wanted Cuenca to be part of Peru. So there was a great battle between the Cuencano marshal, Mariscal Lamar, and Mariscal Sucre. They fought from here by Girón, which is about an hour south of Cuenca. So during this battle, Mariscal Sucre was the victor. So the forces had to retreat. If not, guess what, guys? You would have been in Peru today.
Yeah, right. Oh,
But
nice.
it was Mariscal Amar with Mariscal Sucre, and I'm going to show you a monument of Mariscal Sucre in one of my favorite buildings now. But look at these beautiful pine trees.
Yeah. And look at how big look up.
Watch your step here. Mariscal Sucre. He's the one, his military strategic moves that he did where there was the battle. It is called La Batalla de Tarqui, they call it. It was February 28th, 1829.